I'm Marcia Hickey, Wareham Free Library, continuing with our middle school summer reading book reviews. We're doing nonfiction. So for 7th grade, you only had one choice. This book, Phineas Gage, a gruesome but true story about brain science by John Fleischman. This story takes place in 1848. Phineas was a young man working on the railroad line, helping build a track through Vermont. Vermont is very mountainous, granite, hard rock. He was in charge of the explosions, exploding the rocks so the train didn't have to travel all the way through, that it could go up the mountain made of granite. He had a special tool. It's called a tamping iron. It's about 3 feet, rounded on one end and pointy on the other. The pointy part went down so they could put the fuse in the black powder. And that was another thing. In 1848, dynamite wasn't invented yet, so they had the gunpowder. Someone poured in the powder, put in the fuse, they added sand, and then he tamped it down. There was an accident. His pole was sitting near him with the pointy end up. A spark exploded and it sent the pole right through his cheek, behind his eye, and out through his head. He survived. They sewed him up. He could walk and talk, but his personality had totally changed. Back in those days, they thought personality was controlled by your heart, that's what made you the person you were. Phineas, among other people, it was the beginning of brain science, showing that parts of the brain controlled your emotions, controlled your reactions, controlled parts of your body. So he became a prime example of studying that. He went to different doctors and different hospitals where they examined him because they were trying to cure him. His personality changed so much and he became mean. He couldn't hold down a job. He was getting awful seizures. He lived 10 years longer until he was just about 37. He had traveled across the country meeting with various doctors and scientists, studying him, and his seizures became worse and worse until he finally died of a violent seizure caused by his brain injuries. So it was the beginning of brain science, neurology, talking about personality. So thinking about what makes you the person you are has to do a lot with your brain. So it's an interesting read if you're interested in that aspect and you're thinking about medicine as a career. You'll like this book. Thank you.